Well, a day after President Trump said there was progress in the indirect talks between the U.S. and Iran, mediators now say the meetings have been postponed for at least a week. Natalie Brand is at the White House.
Mediators for U.S.-Iran negotiations in Qatar said Thursday meetings are paused for at least a week while Iran holds funeral commemorations for Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, killed in strikes when the war started. Wednesday, President Trump touted progress in the talks.
I call it the denuclearization, and it's all taking place. It's all going well.
But some, including CBS News contributor and former Trump National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster, said the tentative deal appears to be giving Iran an infusion of cash.
Iran is the one making the progress in these negotiations because they're receiving big paychecks. I mean, the Qataris are about to unfreeze $6 billion of assets.
Vice President J.D. Vance warned Iran, speaking to service members in Virginia Beach Wednesday.
If the Iranians try to rebuild the nuclear program, the president's got options.
The negotiations with Iran come as President Trump tries to pivot to celebrations around America's 250th anniversary.
Wednesday, he cut the ribbon on the Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library in Medora, North Dakota. During his speech, he mentioned speaking to the 26th president, who died in 1919.
Well, I even had a conversation with Theodore Roosevelt. I said, what did you think about the Panama Canal? Do you consider that your greatest achievement?
The president was referring to his chat with an AI version of Roosevelt at the new library.
Keep your nerve and remember the nation comes first.
President Trump returns to the Dakotas Friday with a visit to Mount Rushmore in the lead up to July 4th. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
The Pope County Sheriff's Office made an arrest in a homicide it's been investigating for the past 2 weeks. Charles Wilson has been charged with capital murder in the death of 64-year-old Donald Harris. His body was sent to the state crime lab. We'll keep you updated as we learn more about this investigation. And a former Arkansas State football player, Blaze Taylor, has been found guilty of poisoning his pregnant girlfriend and her unborn baby. First responders rushed Jade Benning to the hospital in February 2023. The baby died days later, and Benning died at the beginning of March. Investigators accused Taylor of poisoning her. The defense argued Benning may have caused her own overdose. But in Nashville on Wednesday, a jury convicted Taylor on 3 first-degree murder charges. That automatically brings a life sentence. A separate sentencing will be held in September on a 4th conviction for second-degree murder. Well, the state of Arkansas is rolling out a new initiative reshaping how taxpayer dollars are spent and saved. The Arkansas Forward Project has identified more than $118 million in savings and cost avoidance, with a long-term goal of $300 million. Efforts include cutting unused state employee assignments, shifting offender payments online to reduce processing costs, and renegotiating a child welfare contract.
We're actually negotiating those contracts instead of just allowing them to go back into practice, making sure that whatever they say they are delivering, they are, and in many cases, we're adding additional services for no additional cost.
Dashboard also lets taxpayers track progress and savings. Well, the race is on for direct democracy advocates in Arkansas as they are working to collect thousands of signatures before Friday's deadline. It's part of the state's ballot initiative process, which allows citizens to propose laws and constitutional amendments. The group is pushing 2 measures, one to expand support for children, including early childhood and special education, and another to change the ballot initiative process. Organizers say recent laws have made collecting signatures more difficult, while supporters of these changes say they strengthen election security. Only 2 signing events remain before the deadline. The local grocery stores are adjusting to new rules preventing SNAP benefits from being used to purchase some items like soda and candy. Arkansas's new restrictions went into effect yesterday. The governor says the move supports healthier food choices and improves long-term health outcomes. Ozark Natural Foods says its staff is prepared to help customers navigate the changes.
Making sure people are comfortable in our location and not feel bad if they've selected an item that's not SNAP eligible. And then additionally is maybe teach them about something else that we do have that they might like.
There's also an app available on all platforms called SNAP Companion Arkansas that allows users to scan barcodes in stores to see if items are eligible. This year's America 250 celebrations are expected to send fireworks sales to record highs. But with more first-time users lighting the fuse, experts say safety should come first. CBS's Gwen Baumgartner has the details.
Fireworks spending is expected to hit a record $2.5 billion this year, but festivities can go sideways in a flash. Misuse can spark fires, prompting some states to ask residents to leave products on the shelf. Utah's Governor Spencer Cox.
During this and just this extraordinary fire season will be that fireworks are prohibited statewide.
Maryland fire officials showing just how explosive these devices really are. In 2025, there were 15 reported firework-related deaths and 13,000 injuries, according to the Consumer Product Safety Commission. TNT is the nation's largest firework distributor. We spoke with their safety expert, James Fuller.
This year, we're going to have a lot of new consumer fireworks users out there, and we're having tremendous demand. If you're new to the industry, that you haven't used fireworks, take the time, read the instructions of every product you use.
His top safety tips?
Try to go to a flat surface, dry, concrete, pavement. Make sure you're away from structures with your site location. Make sure you have a safe enough distance from you, the lighter, and your spectators. And then lastly, and most importantly, you have to have a water source nearby.
Even sparklers can be dangerous, with an estimated 1,300 emergency room visits last year.
Everybody wants to give those young children sparklers, but even a sparkler burns at over 3,000 degrees. And so we need to always exercise caution.
Fuller says talk to your kids about safety.
Putting those reloadable tubes on their chest, on their heads even, trying to get social media hits. Those are very unsafe practices.
The good news, firework injuries have declined in recent years, even as consumer spending keeps booming. Gwen Baumgartner, CBS News.